Let me in your room. I've seen the rest of you, but I know.
We had just gotten finished writing another song that ended up not making the record. It was kind of a half-assed song, and we're finished up for the day. And I had called Joe, my guitar player, to come and pick me up from the studio.
He's the only one that could drive the rental car.
Yeah, he was the only one. And from the time that it took for him to get there, this song was completely written, and I got in the vocal booth and sang it, and it's a really special song because it's definitely, for me, it's about you know, trying to get someone to open up to you and to realize how much you're there for them, but taken in a very juvenile sense of seeing somebody's room and the insides of the room. Think about when, you know, I always think about when I was a teenager and you know, my first boyfriend, like, I wanted to see, you know, what does his room look like? You know, I wanted to go and sit on his bed and stuff like that, you know.
It kind of says a lot about somebody, their room, the contents of their room.
And so, you know, this was kind of my way. It's funny, I told my mother that in a lot of ways it's about her because, you know, you get to a certain point when you're in a mother-daughter relationship that, you know, the roles are reversed sometimes, and she needs me more than I need her at that point, and this was kind of my way of, I ended up sending the song to her after it was written, you know, just because we were waiting.
You did send it to Mom, didn't you? She loved it.
And just as my way to say, you know what, I'm here, you know, if you need me, all you have to do is open up, so, yeah. Oh. Although if you want to think about it as in a kinky way, you totally the smell of your pillow.
No, it's freaky.
Break In. I love this song so much.
It's my favorite too.
This is the first time that I've had a just vocal and piano song. First time that we've done that since I was 16 years old. I started out on the piano when I was younger, and then switched to guitar because I wanted to rock out. And so I'm like, no more piano, I want guitar now. But this song is so special, and in a lot of ways, it's definitely just kind of, it's thanking everybody that we've met, you know, on the road for. I just said they've literally broken in, you know, to me and to my heart, and it's just such an amazing feeling. You know, when we put out the first record, I had no idea what kind of people that we were going to meet, or you know, I mean, everybody, considering, you know, our label, our management, all of our fans. It's like one big family at this point, and somehow everyone has figured out how to get into me. It's gotten to the point where I need you guys so much, and so this, you know, this song is literally about just I'm completely yours. You know, I'm utterly defenseless and broken in. You know, as much as I would love to, you know, have that, you know, wall up forever, you've completely crumbled any inhibitions that I had. It's totally gone now. So
I think that's the big thing that we had making this record that we didn't have making the first record, was all the experience on the road and meeting fans and playing in front of crowds, and we really kept a lot of that in mind during the writing process, with especially with songs like Break In, Freak Like Me, and Rock Show, and you know.
And I don't think they even know. I don't think they even know how much we appreciate their relationship, because just the fact that they would let us in, you know, to their lives and come to our shows and drive 6 hours to see a 30-minute set, and you know, we get to know your children and your parents, and it's amazing. It really is, because we're just us, and we're strangers, you know. Why?
But we're kind of social butterflies also.
Yeah, but it's nice to have that type of relationship, and
it's great. We love doing the signings, and we love meeting the people. A lot of bands consider that work. We consider that fun. You know, we hate sitting at home. We love being on the road and doing the work. We put on rock shows for a living, and we meet awesome people for a living. So we're just so lucky, you know.
Yeah, we've gotten to see all of you guys, you know, grow up with us, and you've seen us grow, and we do this thing together. So it's about you and I, us and them.
Here's to us.
Yeah. I just thought the line was hilarious, and you know, considering, I mean, it's kind of poking fun of, I mean, I've gotten asked a lot about, you know, so, you know, isn't it hard being a girl in the business, and you know, I mean, everything you must endure, and in all honesty, I mean, I don't, you know, it really hasn't been that hard.
You got it pretty easy.
Yeah, I got it pretty easy. Maybe a generation ago it wouldn't have been that easy.
No, that's not true.
But it is kind of poking fun of the fact that, yeah, you know, you're a chick in the business, and maybe something that you say gets taken in a completely different way than if a guy was going to say it, you know. But to me, it was just it was fun, and then I ended up having the guys sing some backing vocals for it. They're like, Lizzie, really? Do we have to sing backing vocals on this one? Yeah, and then we had to explain to...
I love saying the word bitch.
We had to explain to our producer and A&R guy what See You Next Tuesday was.
I didn't get that at all.
Yeah. I remember they were like, well, we like the line, but can't you change the Tuesday to like a more fun day?
Yeah,
like
why Tuesday?
Like, you don't know what
spell
that
it
means,
out,
dude. Okay, you gotta spell it out. They're like, oh!
I get it now!
Okay, well, we like it, that's fine. Let's just not talk about it.
Talk about Amelia?
Oh.
Our little niece, Joe's
yeah, this will be the only thing. I will apologize to all.
We're sorry,
to all of the parents out there for this, because it's already starting to happen. But my guitar player Joe, his little niece Amelia,
she's
asked her mother the other day, can't we listen to the song where Lizzie sings "See You Next Tuesday"?
She didn't get it. She didn't know what it meant.
She's 4.
4 years
and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
But yeah, luckily it went.
Yeah, luckily
she won't get that for a few years.
Sorry, Amelia.
It's a fun song. It's a nice, fun, little aggressive, heavy, angry.
And as far as on the musical end of it, the riff in it is something that Joe has had for like 5 years. You know, and so it was great to actually be able to use, you know, one of those riffs in the bank and rock out a little bit to it.
Oh yeah, it was fun. We wrote the music to that really quick. We just all sat in the studio and just jammed out on it, listened back to it. We're like, all right, we got a track. This is done. Next one, you know.
Call me a bitch like it's a bad thing. That's like it's turning a negative into a positive.
Exactly.
Call me a bitch.
Go ahead, do it. I dare you.
I dare you. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
American Boys. This is an idea that we had for quite a while, and actually, you know, ended up writing most of it out on the road. The riff was one of Joe's as well. It was just kind of one of those things that we put everything together, and I really wanted to kind of make it up to the guys on this record, because on the last record I had a lot of, you know, it's not you, and you know, I bet you wish you had me back, and this has got nothing to do with love, and a little bit snotty, and so I wanted to make sure the guys knew that I was still on their side on this record, and so I really, you know, and owed to the boys back home, you know, and
America,
this strange breed of men that we raise in America. You know,
love beer and
PR
cars
and a Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely and there's something very powerful about you know, being a chick on stage, being able to sing to a bunch of men in the audience, and there's a kind of this weird role reversal thing going on. So it's neat, you know, and I love being able to. We've been playing that out live, and I love being able to intro it and getting the guys to strut a little bit.
The response has been good. I think, yeah, it's probably the only. It's a very different sounding song, I think, than the rest of the record. It's got
definitely showing my roots. It's a very classic.
It's kind of got a southern vibe to it, which is kind of fun. I think people like that feeling that they get when they hear it live. You know?
That's just a stomp.
Yeah, it's
a good feeling song. It's, you know, not too dark,
it's like AC/DC or something.
You know, just the right amount of sex.